Very good morning, students. Today we'll be starting a new chapter, that is MySQL SQL Revision 2. Okay, this chapter we have read in class 11 also. So it's a revision for you all. So what is data? Data is anything which is in raw form, which with the help of which we cannot make any decisions. Like 7, 10, 12. We don't know for what we are talking about, whether it's a date or these are marks or this is weight of something. So when the data is in raw form, then only we are not able to derive anything out of it. Okay, so when this data is stored collectively, means the collection of data, it will be referred to as database. And we can have database for school, we can have database for any particular enterprise. Means when we store data collectively for a organization or for an enterprise, then that time we call it as a database. So what is database system? It is computer based record keeping system. Okay, with the help of computer, when we are keeping record of some person or anything else, that system will be known as database system or DBMS also. Fine. Before the DBMS, we were using the file processing systems to keep the records of the employees or the students or anyone else. Okay, but that file processing system was actually having many drawbacks, because for fetching the records from that file, we required many application programs to add. It was very difficult, it was not easy to add something to a previously existing file processing system. So it was having many drawbacks, there were many limitations and disadvantages. First was data redundancy. Redundancy means duplicacy of data. Duplicacy, why duplicacy? Because we were not having a centralized point to store the data. Data was like, if you are writing something in your notebook and that page is filled up, after 20 pages you want to write the same data again, so you will not be keeping in mind ki you or you other than you, if someone is writing that record, he will not be getting an idea ki whether this record has been entered previously or not. So it may lead to duplicacy of data. Okay, so here we have a centralized record keeping system, so that doesn't allow redundancy of the data. Okay, data inconsistency means that something that leads to confusion. Okay, so that is data inconsistency. So these were the limitations of file processing system. There was redundancy of the data, duplicacy of data, there was mismatch of the data. Inconsistency means mismatch of data. Unshareable data means whatever you have whatever data you have that in your file processing system was not we were not able to share it with someone. Okay, there were no any standardized there was no standardization of data. Means standardization means there were no rules and regulation to be followed how to store that data. Somebody is writing in some way, means like if I told you beta write your name, class, roll number on a page of paper, so someone will write his roll number first, someone will write his name first. So there is no rule as such, but if I give you a standardized format, then everyone has to use it. Okay, next is your insecurity of the data, because there was no password as such, so data was insecure. Okay, incorrect data was also a major issue in that file processing system. So in order to overcome all these limitations, a database management system was introduced that resolved all the problems that we have just discussed. Why? Because it was providing a centralized control of the data. Okay, now we will discuss the advantages. Whatever was the limitations of the file processing system, they will all be a part of advantages of database system. Okay, so first advantage is reduction in data redundancy, means reduction of data duplicacy. Okay, next is control in data inconsistency, mismatch of data. Let me take an example. If I want to transfer rupees 5,000 to your account, and while transferring something happened and I was not able to transfer money to your account, so either it should come back to my account, 5,000 rupees should come back to my account, or they should be credited to your account. Okay, so if after a few minutes I am getting a news ki you have not received money, then it should be reflected back to my account, but it is showing it has been debited and you are saying it has not been credited to your account, so it will create a mismatch of data. So DBMS is avoiding this data inconsistency issues. Fine. It also facilitates the sharing of data. Okay, so it is such kind of software. I can give you examples of DBMS: SQL, MySQL, and your Excel. Okay, MS Access. These all are the examples of DBMS. DBMS means database management system, that is allowing you to store the data properly in an organized manner. And you very well know something you have written in Excel, something you have written in Access, you can easily share it with your friend. You can share that particular file. So sharing of data is allowed, and you very well know we cannot store the same type of data twice, so data redundancy is also removed. Okay, fine. Next is it enforces standards, because it allows you to store data in a particular way. Okay, so rules and regulations are there. If rules and regulations will not be there, certainly the quality will not be there. Okay, if I'll say beta come to your school tomorrow, then somebody will come at 11, somebody will come at 9. So rules and regulations are very much essential. So database enforces standards. Next is your centralized database can ensure your data security, because everything is centralized. Okay, centralized means it one person is having the control, matlab all the data will be controlled all together. So data security is also there. So if one person is handling, so if any other person wants to take access, then he has to take permission first. Okay, integrity means together, all together, means database stores the data related to an employee or something for which we are talking about. All together means if I am storing your data in the database, it will allow me to store your data all together, so there will not be any distraction ki what else can be read about you. Okay, so everything will be stored all together. Okay, the next topic is relational database model. What is a data model? Database model is, it refers to a set of concepts that describe the structure of database. Structure of database means how the database will be defined. Okay, and what constraints we can say rules, or we can say restrictions that the database should be should obey. Fine. So data model is basically giving you ki how to store the data, what are the rules and regulations for it. So these things, what are the rules and what should be and how should be data should be followed. Like if you remember in MS Access, if you want to store your integer type of data, so for that you need to define the data type of it, and that should be integer. Okay, so we were having long int also, if you remember. So rules and regulations are there, what type of data you are storing, accordingly you should decide the data type. For writing dates, date and time was the data type. Okay, for boolean values, yes or no was the data type. So rules and regulations are there that are to be fulfilled. Most commonly used database nowadays is relational database. See, word relational is itself is explaining that some relationship will be there, and if two things are connected together, then they can be organized in the form of tables. Like timetable I am making, I say कि Monday को first period will be English period, So Monday and first period, how they both are connected with the data English. Okay, if Monday and first period doesn't have any connection, then I will not store that data in the table. If something is being stored in the table, that means these two things are interconnected, there is certain relationship. And we know tables ko other name is given is relations. Table or relation is one and the same thing, and table is made up of rows and columns. Okay, fine. So a relationship should be there, and table is a collection of rows and columns. So these will be discussed in next video. Thank you.